What is up, world? It's your boy Ton, and you are listening to the Wonton Wealth Podcast. Here, I'm going to unravel anything and everything commercial real estate related. And more importantly, we're going to add abundant value. So if you're ready, buckle up your eardrums. Vegas! If you've ever been, you know it's lined with hotels. If you've never been, watch The Hangover with Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, and Zach Galifianakis. And actually Ken Jeong too. He's a big piece of it. But it's absolutely hysterical. One time I actually went to Vegas for a bachelor party. We had, maybe 15, 20 guys there. And we stayed at this budget hotel that was about a 30-minute walk from the Strip. It was probably only a 5-minute Uber ride, but we were cheap. The service wasn't great. The drinks were probably about par, and nobody won any money. Now, I hear all these stories about people going to Vegas at the Bellagio, the Wynn, whatever. And they're all winning. But nope, not us. I mean, usually with a group of, 15, 20 guys or whatever, somebody was bound to win something. Nope, not a single person. Everybody came out empty-handed. Probably because that hotel was going down the shitter. But I digress. What we're talking about today is hotels. Like I've mentioned in the past, they're kind of a mixed use and an outlier here. Because different types of hotels actually have different types of amenities. And on top of that, hotels need employees to staff them, which puts in a little bit of that business component. You have employees to manage, once again, payroll, taxes, insurance, all that shit. At the top of the food chain, you're going to have the big names of hotels you see just towering over the city skylines. We're talking the Hyatt, Hilton, the Marriott, the holy trinity of hospitality. These big boys, they offer more than just a place to crash for a night or multiple nights. They're like mini cities with gyms, restaurants, pools, bars, all of this under one roof. And that's why there's that mixed use component to them. When we're talking about size, these things are probably several hundred thousands of square feet, and they're expensive as hell. Your stay with them, though, is going to be absolutely amazing because of the service they provide. Recently, I was at the Best Ever conference, and the conference was at a Hyatt, which is where I also stayed. And when I checked in, the receptionist actually called me by Dr. Trong. And that's how they referenced me pretty much the entire week. And every time I heard it, it just took me back to the white coat days. I'd stand there for a second just epiphanizing and wondering about those good old days in the past. And then 20, 30 seconds later, I head straight to the bar to wash out all those images. Now, if you prefer something a little bit less classy and a little bit cozier, you're probably looking at independently owned and managed hotels. These are generally low rises, and they might not have all the bells and whistles of the big chains. They might not have a gym, might not have a pool, they might have some restaurants or might not have some restaurants, but they make it up with their charm and personalized service. Also, they're not as expensive. Plus, they're about half the size, so you won't get lost trying to find the lobby or wherever you're going. Now, if you don't live under a rock, you've most likely heard of the online hotels like Airbnb or VRBO, which I call VRBO. These platforms, utilize tech. They've pretty much turned the hospitality world on its head. They're offering travelers a more personalized and homey experience with just a few clicks or taps on your phone, you can find a cozy apartment, probably in Paris, or a beachfront villa in Bali, or a yurt in the middle of nowhere. And the best part is that you're getting more space and a unique vibe that you just can't find in a traditional hotel. When it comes to location, hospitality properties are all about convenience and the experience for their guests. Whether it's a beach resort, a city center, or even a place near like an industrial zone, these properties are strategically placed to cater to the target market and or the consumer. From tourists to business travelers to sports fans to academic conference people, there's a hospitality property for pretty much everyone, no matter where you're headed. So next time you're in Italy, check out all the cool shit they're doing to make your stay just absolutely phenomenal. Now it's 11 a.m., so wonton, checking out. And that's a wrap. If you've made it this far, that means you've listened to the entire episode, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening from. And if you've learned something or found it useful, share it with one of your homies. And if you want to get in touch with me, I'm pretty active on IG. My handle is pro_TANH. Reach out, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, or what you want to hear about in the future. I'm here to tailor this to you. Until next time.